Probably won't be on very long, but let's look at something. The mark of the beast. There we go, Revelation 13. Yeah, okay. Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? They were given unto a mouth to speak great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. He opened his mouth in blasphemy against God and blasphemed his name and his tabernacle. And he causeth both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and in their foreheads. Okay. No man could buy or sell save he that has the mark, the name, the number of his name. And he caused many to worship the beast should be killed. Worship the image of the beast. Okay. Now notice this. Notice the double box there. Here's Daniel 7. A mouth speaking great things. A mouth speaking great things in Revelation 13. Daniel 7, mouth speaking great things. He'll wear out the saints of the most. Judgment is given to the saints of the Most High. The fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth. That was the Roman Empire at Jesus' first coming. He shall speak great words against the Most High and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. Revelation 13, verse 25. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints. Daniel 7, wear out the saints of the Most High. So clearly it's the same entity. Okay, so what is the mark of the beast? It is oops, wrong one. Worship the image beast. Mark in the right hand or the forehead. Okay. Let's just look in our topical Bible study, the New Knaves topical Bible study. Apparently, highly recommended by Billy Graham. Okay. Look up the word forehead for topical study. See what we got. Okay. And it shall be a sign unto thee upon thy hand, and for a memorial between your eyes, that the Lord's law may be in your mouth. For with a strong hand hath he brought you out of Egypt. Let's see. The Lord's law. Memorial between your eyes. It's the first reference we get. Upon thy hand. Hand and forehead. God's law. Okay. Let's see. Oh, wrong one. Okay. Let's look at this one. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and frontlets between your eyes. And they shall write them upon the posts of thy house and on your gates. And it shall be, when the Lord thy God shall have brought you into the land where he swore unto your fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the wedding supper we're going to be joined to, where Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob will be there, to give thee great goodly cities. Okay. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command you this day shall be in your heart. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto your children, and shall talk of them when thou sittest in your house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, when you rise up. Okay. Okay. Lay up my words in your heart and in your soul, and bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they might be as frontlets between your eyes. And you shall teach them to your children, speaking of them when you sit in your house, when you walkest by the way, when you lie down, and when you rise up, upon your door and upon your gate. For if you shall diligently keep all these commandments which I command you, to do them, to love the Lord your God, to walk in his ways, and to cleave unto him. Okay. Now, remember what would this man that gives the mark of the beast, as we saw in Revelation 13 at the beginning, remember? And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. So if you worship the beast, you aren't saved. And then the fourth kingdom is Rome. There's no getting around it. Look what he does. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. This one who does the mark of the beast in Revelation 13, and those who worship the beast go to hell. The final test in the Bible before Jesus returns, because the Lord destroys him with the brightness of his coming and the breath of his mouth. Let me show you that one real quick. But notice the time period is the same. 42 months is a time times and half a time. It's 3.5 years. And this goes all the way to the end of the kingdom, when the saints receive the kingdom of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. The Son of Man, the judge, comes. Look, he'll think to change times and laws. What do you think this is in reference to? He's speaking against the Most High. Shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think. That is, he'll try to change one of God's laws, which has to do with time, and apparently has to do with worship. Worshiping the beast, not worshiping God, thinking to change times and laws. To say Adventists are just crazy is outrageous. Let no man deceive you, Paul says, by any means, for that day shall not come, except there comes a falling away first. And that man of sin, what is sin? It's transgression of God's law. That man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God. It's almost like, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sits in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Okay. He's called the man of sin, which is associated with love. God says, keep my commandments. If you love me, keep my commandments. Jesus repeats that. The falling away has to come first. I told you this. Now you know that know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in this time. For the mystery of iniquity, lawlessness, is already at work. Only he who now lets will let. That is, he who restrains will restrain until he can't restrain anymore. That would be the civil power. That is, the church was not a civil power until the beast, the fourth empire, Rome, falls, pagan Rome falls, and papal Rome takes it up and merges with the state. and then subdues 3 of the 10 kings, which became the European states. He plucked up 3 of the ones that the Roman Empire split into 10 different groups, okay, in Europe. When pagan Rome falls, the church comes up, takes over Rome, and what was developing into the papacy subdued 3 of the 10 things that would become the nations, like Italy and France and Germany and Britain, etc. Okay, that's a historical fact, and that flows the flow of the prophecy leading up to that, which is Babylon, then the next empire, Medo-Persia, then the next empire, Greece, then the next empire, Rome, which is pagan Rome. Pagan Rome falls, splits into 10 kingdoms, and then the papacy, essentially the papacy, the church, as it's going off the rails, subdues 3 of the 10 city-states, or however you want to look at it, the tribes or whatever, that the Roman Empire split into, subdues 3 of them, and then gets its power in about 538. 1,260 years later, Napoleon takes the Pope off of his throne. And that shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord will consume with the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. That's the second coming of Jesus. So his deadly head wound will be healed. He'll get power back. So, who comes in the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders? Revelation 13. Remember what it says? This is, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon, and he exercised all power of the first beast before him. This is like Leviathan. This is like Behemoth, the civil power at the end time, and causeth the earth and them that chew on it to worship the first beast. He gives power back to the first beast, whose deadly head wound was healed. That is, he gets this civil power back. And he deceives all them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, that they might make an image to the beast, something he invented in place of God. Almost like he becomes the mediator between man and God instead of Christ. Like he's the Antichrist in place of Christ. He seeks to change times and laws. Notice this. There's a last message given, that the hour of his judgment has come on earth. It's the final message. If any man worships the beast in his image and receives the mark on his forehead or in his hand, that is, this man who takes the place of Christ and seeks to change times and laws, who comes out of the 4th kingdom, Rome. He puts something that has to do with times and laws on your hand and your forehead, which are your actions and your thoughts, which God said, if you love me, keep my commandments. If you love me, you will bind my law on your hand. That is what you do, your works, your love, and your mind. And God's saying, if you love me, keep these and speak of them often. It's really, okay, God's law has to do with love. This guy comes in, changes God's law, and then he's going to make people, so if they don't take the mark on their hand and their forehead, so how do you have the seal of God? You keep his commandments. And then you can't, if you're dedicated to that, you can't take the beast's replacement. This isn't difficult. And by the way, Adventists didn't invent this. If you do the word study, look up forehead, read the passages for yourself. Correlate Daniel 7 with Revelation 13 and 14. It's clearly talking about that same beast, the 4th kingdom, which is Rome. We know that. It's just historical fact. And the beast falls, pagan Rome, which is the empire predicted by Daniel during Jesus' time. Then read Revelation 12. Tells you kind of an overarching story. There is no gap. The 1260 days are years, and the papacy, when it seized power from plucked up the 3 horns out of the 10, that's the division of the Roman Empire, the pagan Roman Empire. The church takes it over by subduing 3 of the 10 that were of the 10 divisions of Rome, pagan Rome. Papal Rome plucks up 3 of them out of the 10 and then gets its civil power, becomes the civil power. The Roman Empire, the Papal Roman Empire. Just like it predicts, along the same trajectory given in Daniel 2. That man seeks to change times and laws. He puts a mark on your hand and your forehead. We go to the scriptures, see what that is. It's not hard to figure out.